Hi beautiful creatures, and welcome back to my channel. This is KimStar13 and this is going to be episode 21 of Minecraft Surviving. And the plan for this episode is going to be kind of sweet and to the point because I've not done much since episode 20. Okay, so right now I'm just going to terraform this little area with a mud brick slab staircase, mostly because I got tired of having to jump up these little steps here, and I decided my son's base is gonna have a different kind of color scheme, so I'm gonna just borrow his, and I have already messed up a little bit right here. I'm gonna fix that. But after I build this, I am going to go up to my son's base and terraform a little bit more, give him some foliage, give him a pond and waterfall feature system, and let's see, what else do I want to do this episode? Let me go ahead and get these, because I messed up again. It's totally fine. I want to plant the crops. I do want to move my enchantment house. I haven't really thought of where I want to move it to yet, but I feel like, I didn't mean to do that. I feel like it's too close to my base, and if I want it to be a village setup, I'm gonna have to change that. And I'll be right back. I've got to get more blocks. Okay. And now, if I have time at the end of the episode, I might just do some work on the mineshaft and make it look like an actual mineshaft that was built and not one that was just dug a hole into the ground. Ooh, eggs. I say, as I completely forget that this is why I have so many chickens. Oh, look, a baby. See? I'm gonna forget about that later. Alright, so we're up here at my son's base, and I've already terraformed the space out where I want the pond to be. I'm just gonna add some cobblestone here to kind of outline where I want the brick wall to be, and I'm gonna just do this real quick and I will be back. Alright, so my plan is, since I've got that finished, I'm going to come in and add some gravel and a few pieces of sand. I'm not going to do much with the sand because I don't want to add too much in the topography. I want it to mostly be stone, gravel, and that's it. I don't even really want to add clay, but if my son wants to have vegetation that's not kelp or seagrass, we can do something else. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and give this a little bit of topography, make it a little deeper over here, and I'm just gonna carry this on over to the other side of the pond as well, and I will be back after I do that. Okay guys, I'm back. I decided I'm gonna add a little bit more dirt over here and give him more green space to kind of liven up the little hole here in the mountain, because it's mostly gray and I feel like it needs more green. You can never go wrong with more green. So right now I'm just digging out this space to put the dirt blocks, essentially. And I'm trying to do it in such a way where I don't mess up with the topography of the pond. Alright, and I'm gonna also give him some foliage as well, to liven up the place. I'm gonna put some vines here, and I'm gonna just put vines everywhere because I have quite a bit. And hopefully they'll just take over, and I'm gonna put some on the inside too. But so far so good. I'm gonna also put in some more green right here, some more dirt to grow out, and then I'm gonna plant maybe some azalea bushes and some flowers. Maybe give him some of the dried leaves, and some wildflowers maybe, and some ferns, small ferns. I don't know, I've not really thought about it too deeply. Those two pieces are probably not going to grow because I didn't connect them to anything, but that's fine. Let's see, I'm gonna go ahead and add some more vines just all around this little area. The last one right there. There we go. Okay, and now I'm just gonna plant some, I've got some azaleas, some ferns. I don't think the small drip leaves will plant up here because I don't have clay, but I'm gonna plant these ferns and azaleas, and I will go get some more flowers and stuff to plant up here as well. Let's put this torch up here. Okay, so I don't really know how the water is gonna behave. I know that one's pretty much gonna go straight down, but the other one I am not too sure, so I'm gonna go ahead and do this, and I'm gonna quickly fill this in, and I will be back. what this looks like. Okay, that's not bad. I didn't expect it to go right there, but that works. It actually looks pretty decent. I might add some vines in between those two waterfalls over there though, but not right now. I will need to go get some foliage though, because we need more flowers. And I might give him some different saplings or trees. Before I do that, I do want to check my grass. Actually, I wanted to, you know what, I'm gonna leave the stairs like that because I would have to fix that. I don't want to do that. Alright, so we're almost completely grown in up here, so I'm not gonna worry about doing the crop right now. I do want to work on maybe putting in a cherry blossom tree over there, but it's gonna have to be a massive one, so we're not gonna worry about that right now either. Let's see. I do want to move my enchantment house, but I need to work on getting my enchantment first, so I'm gonna go ahead and head down and see if I can do that. We need a silk touch pickaxe to begin with to remove the windows, and not that I really want to keep the windows, but you know, same thing. I'd rather not have to get more windows pretty much. So let's go ahead and work on my silk touch, and I will be back. Alright, so before we get too deep into my next plan, I'm gonna roll for a silk touch. So we're gonna go ahead and do this. I'm breaking 3, and I hope it gives me more, but if it doesn't, I'll just re-roll. Let's see. Just unbreaking 3. Okay. I don't know. I don't know if I want to do that either. I was gonna think I could join them two together, but let's not do that. I do need a, it's not a stone cutter, it's the other one, a grindstone. I am back with a grindstone. So we're gonna go ahead and put this above the anvil, and then we're going to, are you kidding me? Oh my god. Okay, I can't believe that. We're gonna go ahead and use this one and re-roll with the unbreaking 3 pickaxe here. And we're gonna try again. Let's see what we got here. Okay, yes, immediately, finally, we've got silk touch. I am like, it's not just silk touch, it's efficiency and unbreaking. Oh my god. Okay, all it needs is mending. All of them need mending, but still. I can't believe I did that. Like, not only did I make the wrong thing, or I make something I already had, but then I immediately get the silk touch. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and plant some foliage up here because I completely forgot about it. I wanted to do flowers and the azalea bushes. I also wanted to plant some water type plants. Just pretend with me for a moment. I didn't confuse 2 different games. It's fine. So the small drip leaves won't plant there on the sand or the gravel, which means it needs clay, and I don't really want to put that in. So we're going to plant some azalea bushes real quick. And I know it looks weird, I'm planting them right up against the walls, but I figured I could grow one of them later and he could have like an azalea tree. It's fine. I'm gonna plant the rest of this kelp, and I'm gonna do some firefly bushes, some tulips, some leaf litter, wildflowers. You know what? We'll do the sea cucumber. And then these white flowers and poppies. And I'm going to start with the firefly bushes right here. And then we're going to put the other one over here somewhere. Let's do it right here. Now we're just gonna plant the wildflowers, and actually I'm gonna do, let's see, cucumber right there. All right, now I'm gonna do some wildflowers because I don't really understand. Like, I get it, they're a directional block, but you know, I'm just gonna make it pretty up here because I know he won't care about that, but I will. And so he might care about the orange tulips, but that's because orange is his favorite color. And let's see, what else do we have? Let's plant this last azalea bush. And then let's do leaf litter around this one. And these are directional also, I think. Yeah, these are directional. And we're just gonna do that. I don't have enough to do except for maybe 1.5, so we're just gonna do that. I'm gonna plant the rest of these tulips over here. Oh, that's strange. I didn't think that those two would fill in. Okay, cool. Last one of those. Let's do the poppies right around here, and then these white flowers, which I'm not gonna butcher the name because that's embarrassing. And there's that. So, okay, looks pretty good. I'm not too mad about it. It's fine. I mean, this still looks a little two-dimensional, but there's really nothing I can do. I could try to bring the mountain out and meet up right there over the top of the house, but then I would have to terraform some more, and I don't want to do that right now. I'm gonna go check up here on the grass because I've not checked in a minute. Not since earlier in the episode, honestly. Okay, it's all grown in. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go get the crops, and we will come back and plant those. And let's go ahead and do that. Okay, so before I get the crops, I did want to bring up that immediately after I got the Silk Touch pickaxe, I moved the entire enchantment hut, like vines and all, over here with my 2 grindstones. But this is what it looks like. I wasn't gonna originally add a door, and then I was like, you know what, I can add a door and give it some vents instead of, you know, windows. And I'm gonna go get the crops. Oh, sorry. I almost fell asleep there. I actually took a nap because seriously, I just opened my door. And you have nothing I want, sir. I don't want your Girl Scout cookies. Please stop. Please stop knocking on my door. Alright. So, last night when I got in, I pretty much got all the crops together, and then as soon as I walked outside, it was dark. So, we're gonna just do it today. And we're gonna plant all these crops, and I don't really want to worry about like planting them in rows. I'm just worried about filling in the entirety of the farm itself with plants. So I'm gonna start over here and just till the land. And I don't think, yeah, it doesn't work on console. So the shovel does. So I'll just, in areas where I want it to be tilled, I'll do the shovel, then I'll do the hoe. But we're just gonna carve out this area, and I'm gonna plant some wheatgrass over here because I want the wheat to be in the backside anyway. And I'm not gonna worry about sectioning it either. I'm just planting it how I plant it. I thought I did these already, but I probably didn't. Alright, we're gonna plant some wheat and some carrots. Let's do some more wheat, I guess, throughout right here. And we'll just plant all that, and plant these 2, and we'll do one more right here. And then I'm gonna do the carrots and potatoes, and we'll do some beets as well. And I don't have that many melons and pumpkins, but we are going to plant them over at the smaller side of the farm. And because it's the smaller side, there's not going to be that very many of pumpkins and watermelons to begin with. Let's see, I'm just gonna plant some carrots, and I'm gonna do some sugar cane right here. I had 2 pieces, and I just decided I'm gonna plant those as well. I'm gonna do the potatoes and the beets on this side for now, and then later I'm just gonna plant them as I get them, I guess. I'm just gonna probably have to make a new hoe. Oh, goodness, I about dropped my phone on my face. And let's see. I have quite a lot of beets, so I'm just gonna randomly place them, and it's gonna kind of be rows, but kind of not really. It's literally not. I'm just planting as much as possible. And let's go ahead and throw these down. And I thought about maybe planting mushrooms up here, but now that I think about it, they're not really necessarily a crop unless you even if you bone meal them, they're not a crop. They just turn into really huge tall mushrooms, so we're not going to plant those up here. I'm going to plant some, let's see, let's just do this entire thing here. Actually, I didn't need to do that. For watermelons and pumpkins, I'm just gonna do this, and then I'm just gonna sporadically plant these in all 4 corners, and I won't worry about the rest of the farmland. Let's go ahead and plant a pumpkin as well. And let's go over here and plant some pumpkins. And, let's see, do this and this. And I'm gonna do one right here as well. Excuse me. And I think that'll be good for now. I'm gonna dig this out though. I'm gonna go in and add some path blocks. I mean, not right here, but let's go ahead and I'm hoping that that's not gonna run down into the cave. So we're just gonna go ahead and, okay, we're good. Now this one might, okay, no, we're good. Okay. Let's go ahead and put these back down, and we're gonna take this one out and replant this dirt so the grass grows. If I can, there we go. And we're just gonna go over here and start working on path blocks because it looks weird just being podzol and grass and some planks. So we're gonna do a few path blocks through this way. And there's no rhyme or reason for this. Like, I don't have a plan. It's just wherever at this point. And I mean, you just put them where they fall, basically. I think I'm gonna do so right here as well. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna do that and do that. There we go. And let's do some over here. Yeah, that don't look weird. It's fine. And then right here, we'll do this way, and we'll do one right here. There we go. Alright, I think, let's see. I'm not really too worried about right next to the melons, because if they grow in, it'll just turn back into dirt, so it's fine. But let's go ahead and add, I think that's sufficient. I think we're good with the dirt. Okay, real quick, since it's raining, my plan is to put in log beams. I'm gonna go ahead and dig this out real quick, but I'm gonna put log beams down every 5 block gap, so every technically 6 blocks, I'm gonna have a beam all the way down. I have a midpoint down there, like, so up here at ground level we're 137, down there we're at about 100, so, and then like ground level or sea level is 62. So basically every 40 blocks is going to be a checkpoint, or like a pause point maybe, I don't know. But that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to put like a little crafting table, maybe a furnace. I'm not so sure about putting a bed, but I could put like a barracks in the tunnel that goes behind the staircase, because I do have a tunnel that kind of just goes around back behind the staircase before you go down further. So I might do that, just add like a little bed area, like a little bunk bed kind of situation maybe, I don't know. But right now I'm just gonna go every 5 blocks, put some beams down. I'm gonna add these beams up here as well, make sure it's 5 blocks apart. Awesome. Okay, put one here. I'm gonna fill in with grass right here, or dirt. I'm gonna fill in with grass, and I'm gonna put another here as well. I'm not sure, it kind of sounded like it was thundering a second ago, and that's kind of scary. But let's go ahead. I don't know why I'm checking, but like I'm OCD. But we're gonna go ahead and put in some more rows of beams, and then we're gonna work on our midpoint down there as well. I also have done a lot of little things off camera, not on purpose. I accidentally did some stuff behind the scenes and I forgot about it, and I'm gonna go ahead and show you after I do a little more putting in some beams here. But I'm gonna do this and I will be back. Alright, I'm gonna show you what I've done decorative wise, sorry. I added a crafting table, oh good lord, some logs, a seat, a campfire. I added some slabs to kind of make the transition going up here a little bit easier. And I don't think my farm's growing much. But yeah, and then I haven't really done anything over here at my son's base since I planted everything. I've kind of just been, you know, trying to think of what I could do to make it look less 2D, and I've come up with nothing. I might do like an overhanging boulder of some sort, but yeah, that's what I did over here, and that's pretty much all I've done. I actually added those 2 mushrooms I had to my villager tunnel over here, because, you know, it needed some spice. So I added a mushroom here and the mushroom over there. And I really didn't want to put them too much into the light because I've done this before and they kind of just popped up out of the ground and despawned. But other than that, I did move my enchantment house, but like I already showed you that. I planted a few trees, but it's been like that also as well. But I'm going to finish up down here in this tunnel and maybe explore a little bit, because I've not really explored. I just kind of dug straight down and went from there. But I'm gonna dig out these iron ores and I'm gonna dig out the beams and I will be back. Alright, I'm gonna be honest. So I got a little carried away with what I was doing, and so I'm gonna leave that torch back there, it's fine. I said I wasn't gonna do a lot, but since this is like the midpoint, the first midpoint, I'm going to, this is where I was thinking about putting up a bunk bed system, maybe. But I did a lot of mining of the ores, and I'm basically just adding beams, and I'm leaving some of the stone. I might come in later and add cobblestone or brick, probably. I'll probably do brick. But I'm just making the beams that make it look like it's holding this little area up. And I've not really done anything other than the steps and building like the beams pretty much in the walls in some areas. Like I did give this area a wall, and I covered that hole up with stone. I'm not going to talk about that. I don't know what I want to put right there. Let's put a torch there. But this area was open, and I filled it in with stone, and then I came back in and did like a beam and some wood planks. And I'm thinking about, like I said, this area right here is going to be the bunk area. Just had to check my inventory, but I haven't really explored over here, so I'm gonna do that. I do see some mushrooms and some ores, it looks like, I think. Oh yeah, definitely some ores. I'm gonna go ahead and explore that a little bit more in a second. I need to make another pickaxe, I do believe. And some torches, of course. But I'm gonna do that, and I will be back. Okay, I'm back. I just wanted to show y'all this little iron vein I found. It's not really that big and it's probably not even that much, but I went through the entirety of a gravel patch that was right here, and I knocked it all down, but after I got through all the gravel, I found a ton of iron. And so my tip is just like, if you ever see a bunch of gravel, go for it. You might find iron or coal even, like this right here. I didn't mean to do that. It's fine. I probably should just go ahead and, oops, didn't mean to do that either. But anyway, I just wanted to add, like, if you see a ton of gravel, there might be something behind it. And I think I've said that before with gravel and deep slate, and there might be diamonds. I might have only found diamonds at one time, but like, that's true for everything. Gravel usually hides stuff. That's what I've learned. But all right, I'm going to fill this in with some gravel because I've got a lot of it, and I'm going to, I think I'm going to end the video here, mostly because I don't really want to do anything else with the midpoint right now, but we're going to go ahead and dig ourselves out of this gravel and collect some more cobblestone, coal, and I didn't know that there was a tunnel there. Oh wait, I put that tunnel there. Yes, I did. Just kidding. I'm gonna collect this one as well. I'm gonna also collect the lichen and the mushrooms, but I'm probably going to cover this hole up later because it's just a mob spawn area, definitely for sure. But I think I'm gonna end the video after I collect all these because there's not much else to really do right now, and I don't, like I said, I don't really want to work on. But yeah, there's this spot right here as well. Oh yeah, there's a lot of coal right here. Can never go wrong with too much coal, unless you get a lot of cobblestone, I guess, with the coal. It's a pretty decent vein. Let's go ahead and collect this. Let's get up in there, get the rest of those. Okay, sorry. Anyway, there's also a tunnel up here I haven't checked, but there's like a light up there, so maybe I have. I just don't remember. Oh, yeah, I've definitely been up here. I remember what I was doing up there. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and end the video here. And, outro. Alright, beautiful creatures, I wanted to thank you for joining me of episode 21 of Minecraft Surviving. If you could, give this video a like, leave a comment, or even subscribe to follow along for more. I also want to add that I have downloaded 2 add-ons. One is Realism VFX, and the other is Forestcraft. So look out for videos with those. And remember, beautiful creatures, stay hydrated, and you're loved. And happy Pride. All right, bye.